Howdy again. Now, I've been singing some songs and telling you some stories of the Old West, and I'm going to got more of them now right here. Let's talk about the cattle roundup. Each spring, when the last snow had melted, it was time for the ranchers to round up and brand all the cattle that run wild over their ranches out there on the plains, you see. Now, ranchers, so they would gather up some more cowboys and load up the chuck wagon and head out and round them up, as I said. You see, now ranchers had to be able to identify whose cattle belonged to what ranch, and burning a brand into the side of the cattle was the easiest way to do that, and most foolproof way too. Now, I know years ago young people used to be really upset when we said we branded cattle, and they'd say that was a terrible thing to do to those cows, but now I notice young people are branding themselves all over, and they got them all up and down their arms. They must have belonged to like 5, 6 different ranches. Well, anyway, so the way it would work was they would round up all the cattle, and when the calves and yearlings didn't have a brand, they would wait to see what mother it went to suckle, and they would do that would belong to that cow, so it belonged to that rancher, you see. Now, the cowboy's most indispensable tool during a roundup was his lariat. It was a rope 30 to 50 feet long that each cowboy made his own, braiding it together and dipping it in beef tallow. It had to be sturdy enough so that it wouldn't fall apart when you were throwing it, but flexible enough so that you could throw it, you see. Well, rounding up and branded cattle was a difficult and exhausting task that required cowboys with both excellent roping and riding skills. It took 2 cowboys working together to bring a big longhorn down for branding. One man would ride behind it and throw a rope low, getting the calf behind its legs, and the other would right up front, throw it over the horns, and they'd stretch that thing out, that old cow out, and lay it down on its side, a third cowboy would, and then he'd put the brand on. And while he was there, he would look for sores and things like that and salves, see? Now, I got more to tell you about this, but we ain't got that much time, so I'm going to sing you a little bit of my song, and then come on back later and I'll sing you more. Once a cowboy, always a cowboy. There's always dirt beneath your fingernails. I'll be back for more.